ॐ भद्रं कर्णेभिः शृणुयाम देवा भद्रं पश्येमक्षभिर्यजत्र स्थिरैरङ्गैस्तुष्टुवंशस्तनूभिः व्यशेम देवहितं यदायुः स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो वृद्धश्रवा स्वस्ति नः पूषा विश्ववेदा स्वस्ति नस्तार्क्ष्यो अरिष्टनेमि स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्दधातु Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. We are studying Gaudapada's Mandukya Karikas, and last time we read up to Karika 13 of the Advaita Prakaranam. And the context is that in the Agama Prakaran we were told that the world is unreal. Only there is a reality at the back, and that very reality at the back appears as the whole world. And then we were told that the realization of this takes place in 4 steps, 3 steps and 4 the goal. Then the main obstruction is our experience of duality. And that was explained in the Vaityattha Prakaran, that we may experience, but that does not prove that it is real. This was done with the logic that that which was not before, that will not be in future, so it cannot be real at the present. And also with the example of dream, that in dream also we experience, but that is not real. We know that. And then the effect of that on life was told, because that is the main thing, that we should behave like a jada, and we should not give attention to anything of the world because it is unreal. But now, in the Advaita Prakaran, we are told that only Shruti is telling us, the realized sages telling us that everything is Advaita. But can we apply our logic also to understand that? And we saw in great detail the Pramana Mimamsa, the analysis of the means of knowledge. And we saw that the intellect is used only to understand what the rishis are telling. And the final will be our own experience. So this understanding what is exactly Advaita, and that includes, people think that Advaita, there is no sadhana, but that also is a wrong understanding. And so Advaita has scope, or rather necessity of sadhana. But during sadhana, we don't have to give up Advaita. That is the Advaita Prakaran. What is exactly Advaita? To be understood by reason which follows the Shrutis, not independent reason. Independent reason will lead to nihilism. But reason according to Shruti will lead to correct understanding of Advaita. For example, we think that there was Aja Brahman. Now Brahman is born and we are born and we have to worship Brahman to go back. So that is a limited consciousness. And the Rishi Gaudapad promises that he will tell us that which is not limited, that which is real thinking. And then this was continued till Karika 10. Then in the last 3 Karikas, we saw how to understand Shrutis to yield correct Advaita. That topic will continue for some more time. But we were told that Taittiriya Upanishad, in that 5 ātmans are told. That means in the beginning, when the Taittiriya Upanishad Satyam Jnanam Anantam was told. But then it was explained. No. Brahmavid apnoti param was told. Then it was elaborated by telling Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma Tad Veda Nihitam Guayam So Ashnute Sarvan Kamansa Brahmana Vipashyate. And then for further illumination, detail of that, we are told that from this ātman Akasha appears. And Akasha grossifies. So everything comes from Akasha. Vayu, Tej, Jal, Prithvi. And from Prithvi, Anna. And that Anna creates our body. And this body appears to be my soul. So, Atma, Rasadayo hi ye kosha, Vyakhyata Staitiriyake. So that rasa means Anna rasa. You know, the food eaten becomes liquid, kind. So, rasa means Anna rasa, and made of that is the self. Then we understand by evolution, by inner thinking, that inside that is our self. So it becomes kosher, like the sheath of a sword. And then we feel that vitality is our self. And then we understand inside vitality is our self. So vitality again becomes like a sheath of the sword. Then we are told mental sheath, mental ātman. And then we are told, no, inside this is the ātman. So mind again becomes a sheath. And inside that, Vijnanamaya Kosh. That means I consciousness appears to be the ātman, appears to. But then we are told, inside this I consciousness is the reality. So this I consciousness also becomes a kosha, a sheath. And now, what the I consciousness does? I consciousness goes to mind, indriyas, body, outside world. But if the I consciousness tries to find, because it is now consciousness, so I consciousness tries to find what is my real source, then immediately there happens to be some sort of union with God. And as soon as there is some union, joy, bliss comes. And then we feel that this bliss itself is my real nature. But this bliss is experienced. So it is not the real nature, it is a subject-object bliss. Object is God here. And then we don't want to seek inside, like the other question. But the basis of this, thus Brahma Pucham Pratishtha, we go deeper and deeper in more and more bliss. And then the bedrock of this bliss experience is our reality. So that is how the Taittiriya had explained. So it means that reality is one without a second. So that is how we have to read the Shrutis. Don't say this is also ātman or that is also ātman. That was wrong experience. Jnate dvaitam na vidyate. So that is how Taittiriya should be read. Then in the 12th Karika we were told, Jivatmanor ananyatvam abhedena prashasyate nanatvam nindete yaccha tadevami samanjasam. In Vedas or Vedanta, stuti means efficacy in life. Ninda means bad effect in life. So we are told that in the Vedas and Upanishads, somewhere Advaita is told, somewhere Dvaita is told. But where Dvaita is told, it is Nindita. Bad effects of Dvaita are told. And good effects of Advaita are told. So that is real, which is shows good effects. So in this way we are told how to read the Shrutis. And so That is the way to read. Then in the 13th Karika, no, that was 13th. 12th I missed. After Yajnavalkya explains to Maitreyi that husband loves wife, not for wife's sake, but for common ātman. After that, there is a chapter called Madhu Brahman. There we are told that the cosmic is always helpful to the individual, and individual is always helpful to the cosmic. Translating in the social life, individual is always helpful, useful to the society, and society is always useful to the individual. That is because the reality is common. So in that Madhu Brahman we are told, Dvayor Madhu Jnane Param Brahma Prakashitam. Dvayor Madhu. That means society is honey for the individual, individual is honey for society, because there is only one reality. So that is how that Brihadaranyaka chapter has to be understood. And then we saw that wherever there it is praised that knowledge will lead you to realization, life will change, and ignorance will take you down. So there also the Advaita has, this is the way to read the Upanishads, where the good effect is shown, that is real. Up to that we are read. Now, in the 14th Karika, Jivatmano Prithaktam Yat Pragutpatte Prakirtitam Bhavishyadvrutya Gaunam Tad Mukhyatvam Hina Yujyate. Now here Utpatte He. The meaning is taken as Utpatti Suchaka Vakya Prag. Prag Utpatte. Prag Utpatte means before Utpatti. No, it means before Vedanta Vakyas telling about Utpatti. Before. So before means in Karma Kanda. Those who are using Hindi book, the translation has to be corrected. All humbug it has become. उपनिषदों के कर्मकांड में, उपनिषदों में कर्मकांड नहीं होता. So उपनिषदों से, उपनिषदों के ब्रैकेट के बाहर उत्पत्ति बोधक वाक्यों से पहले. Join like that. I have written 1, 2, 3. उपनिषदों के 1. उत्पत्ति बोधक वाक्यों 2. से पहले 3. ठीक है. फिर 4 हो जाएगा कर्मकांड में. वेदांत के उत्पत्ति बोधक वाक्यों से पहले कर्मकांड में जो जीव और परमात्मा का पृथक्त्व बतलाया है. So in karma kanda what is done? If you do this karma, you will get that heaven. If you go this karma, you will get that heaven. If you do bad karma, you will go to hell. So here we see Dvaita. But after that, the Upanishads will tell one without a second. So before one without a second, Utpatti, told by the Upanishads, there are the Karma Kanda Vakyas showing many dualities. So they cannot be taken to be real meaning. Because in the future, we will be told you all is one. So looking to the future, all is one. This temporarily, or what is that Karma Kanda? We already feel the duality, so we should do good works. Therefore, This is a secondary teaching to the ignorant man, with the hope that when he will evolve, then he will go to Jnana. So, Utpattehe Prak means Utpatti Vakyat Prak. Utpatti Vakyat of the Upanishads. Prak means before that. In Karma Kanda. Pruthaktam Prakirtitam. That Atman and Jiva are supposed to be different. Bhavishyad Vritya Gaunam Tad. But looking to the future, that is secondary. Mukhyatvam nahi ujjate. It cannot be main. So here again, intellect is used to understand Upanishads properly. That is the only use of intellect. We in detail discussed that day, Praman Mimamsa. So the only use of intellect is to understand Shruti correctly, to lead Advaita. And so, this is the 14th curriculum. Now let us see what Shankar says. Clear that in Upanishads there is Utpatti Vakyas showing that one without a second. Before that in Karma Kanda, duality appears. But seeing the future, it cannot be made. It is secondary. Kimcha adidaivam adhyatmam cha tejomayo amrutamaya purusha prithiviyadi antargato yo vigyata para eva atma brahma sarvam iti. Oh, that he, 12 I want to say. Now it may, nanu. Because a doubt has come. Shrutyapi, even in the Vedas, Jiva Paramatmano Pruthaktam. Difference between Jiva and Paramatma is there. Yet Prag Utpatte hai. Shankar explains Prag Utpatte means Utpatti Artha Upanishad Vakyabhya Purvam. Before the sentences of Vedanta talking about Utpatti, before that. Prakirtitam told where? Karma Kande. Anekasha. In many ways. Why? Kama Vedata. This is the natural state of man, that he has so many desires. And so, if you do this desire, you will get this moksha, this sarga. So that is because of Kama Vedata. Idam kamo adha kama iti. This desire, that desire, infinite desire. Parasya sadadhara prithivim dhyam ityadi mantra varnai parasya. That means Jiva is told idam kama adam kama. And Brahman is told in a different way. Sadadhara prithivim dhyam. He is the supporter of Prithvi and Devloka and all that. Ityadi mantra varnaihi. This from Rig Vedic Sangita. Tatra katham karma jnana kanda vakya virodhe jnana kanda vakyarthasya eva ekattvasya samanjasyam avadharyate iti. So it appears virod between karma kanda vakya and jnana kanda vakya. Then why do you accept Jnana Kanda only? Why not Karma Kanda? Such a doubt comes. Atra uchyate. The reply is given. Yatava imani bhutani jayante yathagne kshudra vispuringa tasmadva etasmad atmana akasha sambhuta tadaikshata tat tejo asrujata ityadi utpatti artha upanishad vakyabhya prak. So, before these Upanishad Vakyas. Upanishad Vakyas are telling, from him, all bhutas are born. They live in him. They go back to him. That means reality is one without a second. Agne Kshudra Vispulinga, from fire, the small sparks. So sparks is nothing but fire. Tasmadva etasmad atmana akasha sambhuta. From that very atman, this akash has come. So akash is not different from atman. Tadaikshata. In that it is told his consciousness. He saw, and then he appeared as three devatas. And then he became all. So here also we find that Tejo Asrujata. He saw, I am one, I want to become many. So he created Teja. So he is Teja. And that through Teja, three devatas, he created the whole world. So in Upanishad everywhere, we see one without a second only is true. But before that, Karma Kande. Prakirtitam yat, tanna paramartham. So we are told about many or duality, but that is not accepted to be ultimately real. Kimtari, then what is that? Gaunam. It is secondary. How? That one example is serving everywhere in Advaita. From Mahakasha also, it appears Ghatas are born, but nothing has happened. So, Mahakasha Ghatakashadi Bhedavat. From Mahakasha and Ghatakash, there is no difference whatsoever, only names. So, like that we have to take. That the Karma Kanda telling about duality due to desires of man is only an appearance, just like from Akasha or Ghatakasha. Yatha udanam pachati iti bhavishyadvrutya yadvat. Now here the example has become reverse. We have to take this sense. Now, raw rice we have. And then it is cooked. Then it becomes cooked rice. Now in English it is difficult. In Bengali or Indian languages, in Hindi everything is chawal. But in Bengali, Sanskrit, tandulam and odanam. Tandula is raw rice. Odanam is cooked rice. Marathi, tandur, and bhat. In Bengali, chal or bhat, dhan or bhat, or chal or bhat. So, we say rice is cooked. After cooking, it will become rice. So, how do we say rice is cooked? Paddy is, dhan is cooked, then it becomes rice. So, this is a usage. After cooking, it will become rice. Not now. So, in such usage is there, but actually it is applied ulta here. In future, all will be one. So, previous also, accept all is one. Now, here, the name is given according to future. And here, the past is to be understood according to future. But the usage is there, that's all. Understood? So, yatha udanam pachatiti bhavishyadvrutya yadvat. It is called bhavishyadvrutti. He explains, nai bhedavakyanam kadachidapi mukhya vedartatvam upadyate. Wherever there are bhedavakyas, they cannot be real meaning, full meaning. What it is then? Here Sandhi is mind. Swabhavika avidyavat prani bheda drishti anuvaditvat atma bheda vakya nam. Atma bheda vakya. That means it appears that Atman is different and your Atman is different. Such sentences, what they do? Anuvad. Means man's experience is told in words. That is called anuvad. What is man? Avidyavat prani veda drishti. Man who possesses avidya, he has a veda drishti. So that veda drishti is put in words. That is how this sentence has to be understood. The sentence has to be understood as putting in words the Veda drishti which the ignorant people have. So, meaning is not ultimate or real. Secondary meaning, temporarily accepted meaning. Iyacha Upanishatsu Utpatti Pralayadi Vakyahi. Here in Upanishads, there are sentences about Utpatti and Pralaya. Taitra Upanishad. Jiva Paramatmanor Ekatvam Eva Pratipipadayishitam. In Utpatti and Pralaya and all, only identity between Jiva and Paramatman only is told. Tattvamasi. Anyo aso anyo amasmiti na saveda. So if you think God is different, I am different, you are ignorant. That itself you are. So these are the sentences. Ityadivi. Ata Upanishadsu ekatvam shrutya prapadipi ishitam bhavishyati iti. So Upanishads is going to explain or state pratipipadesha ekatva. Bhavishyati, it will be told. Iti bhavinim eka vrittim ashritya. Bhavinim. Bhavinim means that which has to come. So it will come. Vritti means meaning one. So seeing that in light, loke bheda drishti anuvado gauna eva iti abhipraya. So when you take ashraya of that, then in the world people have bheda drishti. That will not take to be real. Okay? Athava. Different interpretation now. Now we are not thinking of karma kanda. In Upanishad, there is Utpatti Vakya. Before that, in the Upanishad itself, now in Upanishad there is identity Vakya. Before creation. Identity Vakya after dissolution. So in between, some dualistic sentences have come. Before Advaita, after Advaita. So this in between dualistic sentences should not be taken as the real. This is Bhavishyad Vritti. Tadakshata, tat tejo srujata, ityadi utpatte prak. Before this, ekameva dvitiyam. Utpatti is that from that this is created, but before that ekameva dvitiyam is told. Iti ekatvam prakirtitam. So here, Bhavishyad Vritti is being applied. That, ekatva is already told, and then if you are told, secondary, then it is ulta. Tadevacha, but here, again, in the end, again ekatva is told. Tadevacha tat satyam sa atma tattvamasi iti ekatvam bhavishyati iti. So this is reference to Chandogya Aruni Shvetaketu Samvad. So there, we have to bring the whole scene to our mind. The indications are there now. Shvetaketu, up to 12 years, he had not studied anything. Aruni says, in our kula it is not allowed. You go out and study and come back. So he studied for 12 years in some universities and came back. And Aruni saw he has become haughty, like that. So this is not the modern educated young man. So this is not I did not become like that after my study. So he told, you have not asked that question, knowing which the unknown thing also becomes known. So the whole thing is put on the disciple. Unless you ask, they will not tell you. Then he said, Father, there cannot be any such thing. By knowing, because he has learned that way, botany, zoology, by knowing something, other unknown things also will become known. Then Aruni says, Muktikā ityeva satyam, vācāramanam vikaro namadeyam, Muktikā ityeva satyam. That clay, relatively, clay is true. Pots made of clay are only vikar of your sound. Only name, namadem, namamatra. And this is preliminary. Then Shataketu says, perhaps they did not know this. You please teach. So now the teaching starts. This is background. And there he says, Sadeva Somma idam agre asit ekameva dvitiyam. So, tad aikshata ekoham bhusyam. In the beginning, it was only Sat. And Sat is not matter, because tad aikshata, it's soft. That I am only one. Let me be many. With this thought, he created Teja. Now in Māṇḍūkya, Akash and Vayu are not talked about because we don't see them. So from Teja it starts. So he created Teja. So that is the sentence. Tad aikshata tad tejo asrujata. So this is how it starts. Ityadi utpatte prak ekameva dvitiyam. So this is utpatti, This is utpatti. And before utpatti, ekameva dvitiyam. Sadeva sammedam agre asid ekameva dvitiyam. Then utpatti. Tat tejo asrujata. Tadevacha, and then he gives several examples. One example is, bring me the fruit of the whatever. What do you see? A small fruit. Break it. What do you see? Hundreds of seeds. Very small. Break it. What do you see? Nothing. Nothing from that whole banyan tree has come. So, it is very subtle. But that is the reality, that thou art, like that end. End is, 9 times it is told, different examples. That which you do not see, that very subtle, that is the reality. That is your reality. That thou art, like that. That is the reality. That is the reality of the whole world. That is your reality. And that thou art. Tadevacha tat satyam. That is reality. Sa ātman. That is the individual's reality. Tattvamasi. That thou art. Like that, it is told. So, iti ekatvam bhavishyati iti. So, in the beginning, only Sat. Then, ekamaya dvitiyam. In the end, again, one. So, in between, tejo asrujata and all that talk is there. So, don't take that to be literally true. That he created. Don't take like that. Appear. Okay? Iti ekatvam bhavishyati iti tam bhavishyad vrittim apeksha yad jivatmana pruthaktam yatra kvachid vakye gamyamanam. Some sentences will feel as if Jiva is different from Atman. Tat gaunam. Before, after, everywhere, one without a second. So in between, if some sentence comes, he created, so we are different. So that you forget, take to be one to be real. So how to read the Shruti is in this way. Yatha udanam pachati iti tadvat. Same example. Okay? So, we go to 15. But he says, actual description of Utpatti of Upanishad, let us see. And there we are told, from clay pots are made. Mrut, Loha. Read, okay. Mrud Loha Vishwalingadi Srishtirya Choditanyatha Upaya Sovataraya Nasti Veda Kathanchana Avataraya. Avatara is not avatar. Bringing down to your mind. To bring Advaita in your mind. We are told this Srishti Vakyas. Not to describe Shruti. A very important thing. Recently, due to anyway misfortune, I am talking of that. The Prabuddha Bharat editor described cosmology and said Vedanta has no cosmology. So Thakur practiced Tantra and showed us that. The purpose is not to describe cosmology. What shall we gain by cosmology? Purpose is to show Advaita. And for that Vedanta is sufficient. And apparent cosmology Vedanta also talks about. For that Tantra is not necessary. That is being told. Mrud Loha Vishwalinga Adi. Mrud we have seen now. Brahma Akasha, Ghatakasha. Or from clay things. Loha. Loha in Sanskrit is not iron. Loha is gold. So from gold ornaments are made. This is the description. How world is created? From gold ornaments are made. And Vishwalinga, from fire spark come out. This is how Srishti is described. Chodita means told in the Vedas. Anyatha. Anyatha means different ways. That is for Upaya, Avataraya Upaya. That is told to bring Advaita in your mind. Avatar. Avatar means bringing down to your life, your mind, your consciousness. This is the description. Nasti Veda Kathanchana. From clay, something different. From low, something different. That is not the purpose at all. So, important point. Purpose of the teller should be understood. Just as there is a purpose in our life, the purpose in Rishi's mind is only to bring Advaita to you. For that he is talking. So when he tells God created and all that, only to tell you that God alone is everything, not to describe cosmology. And therefore, we see different descriptions. If cosmology was to be described, then the description would have been fixed. Some were clay examples, some were low examples, some were sparks from the fire. So different ways Srishti is described. So not for cosmology. All different ways are told so that to bring Advaita to your consciousness. People's minds are different, so different examples are given. Okay. Now see, Shankara Bhashya. These are very simple. Nanu, question has come. Yadi utpatte prag ajam sarvam ekameva advitiyam. If before creation everything was ekameva advitiyam, tathapi utpattir urdhvam, after creation, jatamidam sarvam. All this has become born. Jivacha, jivas also become born. Bhinna, divided, different. Iti, nanu iti, ma evam. This should not happen to your mind. Anyarthatvad utpatti shruti nam. The utpatti shrutis are for a different purpose, not to describe this cosmology. Purvamapi parirata eva ayam dosha. Actually, this has been discussed already. But Swapnavad Atmamaya Visarjita Sanghata, there from Akasha this was told, that like a dream, like a magic, the creation is by one's own magic. So it has been told. But letters appear to be different. That is, again it has been taken. Paririta evam dosha swapnavadatma maya visarjita sanghata ghatakasha utpatti vedadiva jivanam utpatti vedadi. So ghatakasha from Mahakasha, like that all the jivas are born, already have been told. Ita eva utpatti vedadi shrutibhya akrushya. Again, those shrutis dealing with utpatti are brought in. Akrushya. Iha punar utpatti shruti nam aidam parya pratipipadayisha upanyasa. Aidam parya. So utpatti shrutis are for this purpose that is being told. The Bheda is not there, has already been told you. Ghatakasha from Akash. Here, those sentences are brought again for another purpose. That is the introductory commentary. Mruloha Visphulingadi Drishtanto Upanyasai Srishtirya Chodita Prakashita Anyatha different ways. Cha sa sarva srishti prakaro, all those types of creation. Jiva Paramatma Ekatva Buddhi Avataraya, that Jiva is Paramatma nar ek, to bring it down. Upayo Asmakam. Asmakam Shankar says. That is our way to bring in your mind. Yatha Pranasama. Now Shankar gives an example and that leads to more problems. But he has given to solve that problem. Question is, different description. So it is not literally to be taken. In different Shrutis, Pran Samvad, you remember somewhere?
In Upanishad.
You see, different pranas are there. Indriyas, Mukhya Pran, and they quarrel. And somewhere one goes out, comes back after 1 month. And when the Mukhya Prana is about to go, everybody says, no, don't go. No, this has been described in different way in the Upanishad. Chandogya, Brihadaranyaka, different ways. Somewhere they do not go, only think like that. So, meaning is that is not to be taken literally, that the prana went and came back. The meaning is that Mukhya Prana is the main. So like that here also. Prana Samvad is told in different ways, not to tell you literally they quarrel like that, but only to tell you that Mukhya Prana is the main. Similarly here, different Srishti are told, not to tell you the real Srishti, but to bring identity to your mind. Now, he says, no, different Prana Samvad might have happened in different kalpas. Huh? Okay, we read that. Yatha Prana Samvade, Vagadi, in one place it is like that. That decide who is superior. So you do Udgan for us. Udgan, that means raise yourself higher and do. Now, food, say, no smells. Why it smells? For all the body, but for itself also. So there is some selfishness. And so the Asuras hit him with sin. That is how the description. When Mukhya Prana does Udgat, he has no selfishness. He does for all. So he is made. This is one type of samvad. Vagadi Asura Papma Vedadi Akhyayika. Vagadi. Vag did Udgata for itself and for all. So the Asuras could hit him with sin. Kalpita Prana Vaishishta Bodha Avataraya. Kalpita means the story has been imagined. Main thing is Prana, Mukhya Prana. Vaishishta Bodha. You should be conscious that Prana is special. For that only this is told. Tadapi asiddhamiti chet. How to say it is for that purpose only? Why not take it literally? No. Shakha Vedeshu Anyatha cha Pranadi Samvada Shravana. In different Upanishads, different Prana Samvad. One place told na, he went out and came back and that way. One place Udgata. So, Yadi Samvada Paramartha eva Bhut, Ekarupa eva Samvada Sarva Shakhasu Ashroshyata. Viruddha Aneka Prakarana na Ashroshyata. If actually Prana Samvada had happened, then everywhere it would be same description, not different. Again here also, how the Shruti should be read is being told. Shruyate tu, but we hear different. Tasman na tadarthyam samvada shrutin. Tadarthyam. Purpose is not that. Shrutinam. Tatha utpatti vakyani pratyetavyani. So utpatti vakyas are different. The purpose is not to describe cosmology, but to bring that. Kalpa sarga bheda atma samvada shruti nam utpatti shruti nam cha pratisargam anyathatvam chet. Now utpatti differently described. Prana samvad differently. In different kalpas it might have happened differently. So they are not for different purpose. To describe literally only is the purpose. Iti chet. No. Now, how it is refuted? What do you get by understanding that quarrel? Do you get anything? But if you understand Mukhya Prana, you are getting something. So what do you understand by different cosmology? But the prayojan is that you understand Advaita. So seeing the prayojan and nishprayojan, the meaning is found. So to understand Vedas, you find out the purpose for which he is telling. So, nishprayojanatvat yathokta buddhi avatara prayojana vyatirekena. If that yathokta buddhi avatar, as told, it should enter your buddhi, brain. Apart from that, nishprayojan. Other than that, there is no purpose. Nahi अन्य प्रयोजनवत्वम संवादोत्पत्ति श्रुतीनाम शक्यम कल्पयितुम. Both together still. That prana samvad and utpatti shruti. No other purpose we find. No other purpose can be imagined. Tathatva pratipattaye dhyanartham iti chet. Tathatva pratipattaye means we have to become identified with that. And so meditation is being taught. Can we not take this meaning? Different, because meditations are different, and in that way we have to become identified. In that way, why not take this meaning? Kalah utpatti pralayanam pratipattir anishtatvat. Kalah utpatti pralaya. So, what will gain by meditating on that quarrel? What will he gain by meditating on utpatti and pralaya? No problem. Anishtatvat. Something wrong only he will get. Tasmad utpatyadi shrutaya atmaikatva buddhi avataraya eva na anyartha kalpayitum yo. So it is not logical to imagine any other meaning, only to bring Advaita to your mind. Ato nasti utpatyadi kruto bheda kathanchan. So because of creation, don't think Vedas. Okay? Then, all Veda and Vedantas are brought and meaning is told. That is the wonder in Advaita Prakarana. Ashramas trivida hina madhyama utkrishta drishtaya upasana upadishteyam tadartham anukampaya. Anukampa. Ashramas, not necessarily brahmacharya, grahastha, vanaprastha, but 3 types of upasanas are told. Dvaita upasana, Vaishya Dvaita upasana. Why? Anukampa, they cannot understand, so let them do this. Shruti, Shankar says in one place, is kind, more kind than thousands of mothers and fathers. Because Shruti somehow wants you to bring him up. If you don't have capacity, let them be in a right path. Later on they will come. You see the broadness of Shruti or Govt path. So, Shruti does not want to leave anybody from the ultimate goal. They cannot assimilate now. So, what they can assimilate, that much let them do. Later on, other things will be taught to them. This is how to read the Shrutis. Don't take everything to be the final goal. Today, your mind is, you have avidya, then what will you do? Good karma. Similarly, the upasanas are differently told because the capacity is different. So out of compassion for them, Shruti tells this. Commentary. Yadi pareva atma nitya shuddha buddha mukta svabha eka paramartha san ekameva dvityam ityadi shrutibhyo asad anyat kinchit asad anyat kimartham yam upasana upadishta atma vare drashtavya. That is Maitreyi. this ātman has to be realized. How? Shravan Manan Nididasana. So one type for that mind. Ye Atma apata papma. Atma is beyond pap. So give up pap. That is told. Sa kratum kurvita. 314 is very important. Chandogya 314. Shandilya Vidya. Full scene you bring before your mind, huh? Sarvam khalu idam brahma. That is how it starts. Tad jalan. Tad jalan means tadja, tad al, tad na. From that birth, from that going back, from that living. So, sarvam khalu idam brahma. What happens? Shanta upasita. Mind will become calm and you will do upasana. The result of all is Brahman, because Brahman, everything is born from Brahman, dissolves in Brahman, stays in Brahman. So you should become calm, peaceful, and do upasana of Brahman. That is Shandilya Vidya. Now for that, he first decides I will do. Sakratum kurvita. He brings a nishchay. If it is like that, I should do like this. So another upasana is told. Ityadi shrutibhya. So 3 types of upasana he has shown. Karmani cha agnihotra dini. And in karma kanda, agnihotra etc. karmas are told. Why? Ashrama, ashramino adhikruta. Varninascha margaga. So by the word ashram, ashramis are told, not the ashramas. And also varnis are told. That means Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra also, and Brahmachari, Grihastha, Sannyasi also. Margaga. Those who are on the Vedic path, those who are on the right path, walking on the right path. Ashrama shabdasya pradarshanatvat. Ashram shabda is upalakshan of all the ashram and varna. Trivida. What Trivida katham? Hina madhyama utkrishta drishtaya. Because the capacity is hin madhyama utkrishta. Hina nikrishta madhyama utkrishta cha drishti darshana samarthyam. Capacity to see, visualize, is drishti. Yesham te manda madhyama uttama buddhi samarthya peta. So that much is their buddhi. Manda madhyamars. Upasana upadishta ayam. This type of upasanas have been taught to them. Tadartham manda madhyama drishti ashramadi artham karmani cha. So karma and upasana, first karma, then little progress, then upasana, then progress, then dhyan. Like that it is true. Such atma eka eva advitiya iti nishchita uttama drishti artham. Purpose is that finally we will bring them to only one atma, upasana. Dayaluna vedena. Vedas are kind. Anukampaya, so out of that kindness. Sanmargaga santa, they are on the right path. Katham imam uttamam ekatva drishtim prapne. How gradually they will come to the utkrishta drishti. Yan manasana manute, yan ahur manomat. So finally, in Upanishad, that which you are doing upasana of, that is not Brahman. Object is not Brahman. Due to which you are doing, that is Brahman. The reality of the subject is Brahman, not the object we are. So this will be told to final. Tadeva brahmatam vidhi nedam tattvamasi atma vaidam sarvam ityadi shrutibhya. So that is the Utkrishta Drishti, how they will gradually come to that Utkrishta Drishti. For that, for every man, the prescription is different. This is how to understand the Vedas. People do not understand this. Except in Hinduism, this Adhikar Bhed is not taken. People do not understand. I will give two, time is over. I will give one or two examples. In the Sermon on the Mount, he says, the old rules will not be changed till the heaven and earth pass. Old rule is tooth for a tooth and nail for a nail. But I say unto you, you means selected 12 people. Seeing the multitude, he went away. He did not talk. So without this context, Christians saying, for all everybody has told, if you give one slap, you give the other. The whole society will collapse. Or hypocrisy will come. So, Christ has told like that. But we do not understand. And we say, for all he has told like that. Similar. Now, one small example. A man thought that poor people are suffering from cold. So he made thousands of coats of the same measurement and distributed. If it fits you, fine. If it is loose, use some. And if it is tight, you cut your hands and feet. He could have brought woolen cloth and a tailor. Take measurement and stitch for you. That is the Adhikar Ved. Some people shout Adhikar Ved. Capacity is different, what to do? So that is what is said. Okay? So, up to this we have come. How to read the Shrutis, what the purpose of the Shrutis, why there is difference for all that has been. Gautpada, like a great teacher, has explained everything to us. Om Bhadram Karne Vishrunuyama Deva Bhadram Pashyem Akshabhir Yajatra Sthirai Rangai Stushtuvan. No, what somebody said? Sastina Indro Vruddashrava Sastina Pusha Vishwaveda Sastina Starksho Varishta Nemi Sastino Brahaspatir Dadatu Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamast.